Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for current subscribers. Newcomers, go ahead and push that red subscribe and join the family. You like notifications when I download new videos, make sure you turn on your bell. Okay, today we're going to cook butter chicken. But of course, you know, you want to make it your own. I purchased these from Aldi's. A lot of times you go in the store and you see different things that you're afraid to try. So I'm going to be doing some reviews on different sauces that I've purchased and how you can make them your own and make a wonderful meal for your family. Okay, we've washed and cleaned our chicken, and what we have is boneless chicken thighs and some chicken tenderloins. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these up a little bit smaller, not very small pieces, but a little bit smaller. And I use both because your tenderloin meat or your breast meat is going to be less fat, but more drier, whereas your thigh meat is going to be more succulent and juicier, and of course it'll have some fat on it. But that fat is going to be useful because that's going to make that chicken very tender. Okay? So we're just cutting up this chicken into more bite-sized pieces, not as big as before. Okay? Okay. We're getting ready to go ahead and start cooking the chicken. We're going to put about 2-3 tablespoons of oil in here. We're using your grapeseed oil. Okay, we're just going to take that chicken that we've already cut up and we're going to put that in the pan. Okay, and that was the chicken tenderloins and the boneless thighs that I cut up. Just going to put that top on that until that gets warm and starts cooking. Okay, while we're waiting on that to start cooking, we're going to get the rest of our vegetables cut up. It's going to go in this mixture. Okay, we've got our vegetables here, and we're just going to start cutting them up. We'll start off with these mushrooms. You can leave them the size they are. It's just, you know, preference. I don't want them real small, but I don't want them too big either. Okay, so I'm just going to start cutting these up. Okay. I think that's gonna be about good. And then we want half of a large onion, or you can use a whole large onion. And those pieces don't have to be real little either. Okay? But we do want to break up the pieces. And as you cook it, it'll break itself up. Then we want a whole poblano and a half of a red pepper. This poblano was small, so I got another one. We've already rinsed off all of our vegetables. And just like I said, this is just a preference, how big or how small you're going to want your peppers. Just depends on you. And this, don't be afraid to use the seeds because they are seasoning. They are not hot. This is a sweeter pepper. Your poblano is a sweeter pepper. Okay? So you don't have to worry about it being hot. It's not going to add. If you want hot, you're going to have to add something hot to it to make it hot. Alright? A lot of times your marsala things that you buy, they have a little heat to them anyway. Okay, I'm looking at this. I'm going to go ahead and use that whole red pepper. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and use that. Okay. And just like with the red peppers, it doesn't really have a hot flavor to it. There are some red peppers that do have a hot flavor to it, but I'm not sure the difference. I've always gotten the ones that haven't been hot. So I guess I've gotten lucky because somebody told me that there are some that do have a little heat on them. Okay? Now we're just going to finish cutting up the rest of our vegetables and check on our chicken. Okay, this chicken is going, and it's looking good. So about at this point, we're going to cut it down. Turn the heat down on that and put that top back on it. Okay, we're done cutting up all our vegetables, and we're going to cut open our avocado. Make sure it's really ripe, and it'll be easier to get it out of its skin the riper it is, okay? So, I'm just going to get a spoon and pull this out of here. And the easiest way is just with a spoon, and you just scoop it right out. Look at that. And I flip it over as I scoop it out. And we are using an entire avocado. Okay. Scoop that right out. Flip it over. And then we're going to take and slice your avocado. Nice ripe one. Beautiful coloring. And that's also going in the mix. Now let's go over here and check on our chicken. Okay. We've had that simmering for a while because we want that chicken meat to get done. You know, all of our vegetables and things don't take very long, but that chicken meat takes some time to get done. And while it's getting done, we don't want our vegetables to be mush. So we're still going to give this a little bit more time on it before we start adding our vegetables. Alrighty. Now we're going to just take our slicer and make this easier for us. And we're going to slice up all of our zucchini and squash. Now when I wash mine off, you'll see where some things, like if it's a spot or something I don't like, I will cut it off. The little imperfections. But other than that, I love to keep the skin. Okay, I don't skin them. And that's why some of these little apparatuses that you buy come in so handy. Because they make this slicing a dream. And then you're just going to slice up all of your squash. Now, depending on how much you're making, you may only need 1 or 2 squashes. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 because I know how they cook down. Okay? Okay, we're boiling some noodles. This is going to be a part of the mixture. We only want about 4 cups of cooked pasta, whatever type of noodles you want to do, but we only want about 4 cups. We're only using the pasta as a filler. I'm finding that eating more vegetables and things, I'm not getting satiated as well, so I'll be adding either rice or pasta to some of those dishes to take it up. But you don't have to have the pasta. It's optional. All right. Our chicken is where we need it to be, and we're going to start adding our vegetables. The green peppers and onions, of course, are going to be first. What we want to add first. Onions. Add those in there first. Okay. Just break up some of these. You want the onion to be all throughout, so make sure you're just breaking them up so that they are distributed evenly throughout the dish. Alrighty. So we're going to mix this in here a little bit and get these onions cooking for that flavor. Oh, they're starting to smell awesome already. Okay. We can go ahead and turn that back up. Put these mushrooms in here. And before we add the last little ingredient, which is the last ingredients, which is the squash and the zucchini, we want to add our avocado in here. That's going to give it that rich, buttery flavor I always tell you guys about. That's going to take it up to the next level, okay? So we're going to put this in here. And we've turned that eye up. And we're going to just start mixing this around. I want this to come up so that can go throughout and have a real wonderful flavor. Now be mindful when you're mixing up these mixtures that are making your one dish meals and things like that. These can, you can even stop right here. Add a few seasonings, put this over rice, and it's wonderful. It really is. Everything is just about experimenting with different flavors and different things to, make it something of your own. Okay, I'll put that top on that and let that marinate a little bit. Alright, this is cooking really nicely. It smells wonderful. Oh my goodness, it smells so wonderful. Okay. At this point, we're going to add a little seasoning to this. We're going to be using some of our roasted garlic herb seasoning. Okay. And that's really the only seasoning we're going to use for this, because we are adding the sauce to it. And that'll be the finishing. Okay, we're going to start adding fill that to the brim with this. Okay. I'm just going to put that top on it. Okay, we've got the pan our mixture's going to go in. So we're just going to put a little oil on the bottom of this pan. And just to make sure nothing's going to stick on the bottom. Okay. Squeeze that pan real good. And now we've already poured the juice, the water off of these noodles, and they're done. We're going to put this in the bottom of the pan. Okay. Just going to coat the bottom of the pan with these noodles. See, we didn't use a lot of noodles because we don't want a lot of starch to the mixture, just enough to give it a little fullness. Okay? All right. You can tell that they're changing colors. So, they're where we need it to be. Okay, see how this is not quite as full as it was before, because that zucchini and things are cooking down. Okay, at this point, we're going to go ahead and add our sauce. Okay, let's go ahead and get that sauce added in here. There you go, it's that nice buttered chicken. There's your nutritional value on that. Okay, and we're just going to add this to the mixture. Oh yeah, that's lovely. That's really nice and it smells really good. Okay, so add that. Oh, it smells wonderful. One more bottle of this sauce and add it to the mix. Okay. Turn those upside down so we get the rest of the mixture. I'll just go ahead and add this. Oh, this is so lovely. Okay. This is just beautiful. Okay. Now what we're going to do after we've mixed this all up, we'll put that top on it. Just let it simmer for a few more minutes. All right. This is ready to go in. Now we're going to add our cheese. Okay. What we're going to do, I'm going to sprinkle these noodles with a little bit of cheese. Okay? Sprinkle them with a little bit of cheese. And then we're going to add the mixture to it. Okay? Pour this in. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. That's just lovely. Okay? And you're just going to spread that around. Now remember, this can go on top of noodles or rice. And you're just spreading this around. And you're going to sprinkle you some cheese on top. Put that in the oven and this is done. Okay? Now this is how you make something simple your own. Now the cheese will be dependent upon you. Okay? And then I'll put this in the oven. All right. And this is done. Okay. And get something to cut this with. Okay. And we're just going to cut out a square of this. Put it on something so we can taste it. Oh, that's just lovely. Look at that. And then you dig down in there and you'll get some of those noodles out of there too. All right. Oh, that is wonderful. So, try this out. See how you like it. Comment below and let me know what you made your one dish meal. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.